Okay, you kind of hit. So you have placed in the Nicholl, right? You've won script pipelines first look contest, right? You've landed a manager, right?
Yep.
That's like the trifecta for like entry level screenwriters, right?
Yeah, I got
You know
lucky
what I mean?
for
It's
sure.
like it's kind of like you kind of hit all the points that when you first start screenwriting, you start entering these contests that people like those are the points that they want to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess how does it feel? You know what I mean? How does that feel to have hit that trifecta?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great at the time. It's definitely worn off now.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like, I don't know, business as usual. Like I'm right back to just trying to grind it out. But yeah, getting that early success was awesome. Like when I looked at my phone and I got the notification that I, had gone deep in the Nicholl.
Yeah.
And I was like, just in disbelief, honestly. Like I couldn't believe it. I was so fucking stoked. Like I've told this story before on the pod, but in 2020, I submitted 2 features to the Nicholl. At the time, you could submit more than one. I think they've since implemented a rule that it's one project per writer.
Mm-hmm.
But but I submitted 2, Suplex and Bellyache, and they both got rejected. They didn't make the quarters. And that was fine. And I went away for a year and I was like, I'm going to keep polishing these things, and trying to get them good. So I did. And the next year I submitted again, 2021. And that was when they both went deep and they both just kept going. They passed the quarters and then they made the semis. And then neither of them made the finals. But like I did find out that the semifinals alone are the top 150 out of like, I forget how many submissions there were, like 13 or 14,000.
Mm.
So I had 2 in the top 150, but then I found out Suplex made the top 50.
Wow, yeah.
Which was like, I was pretty over the moon, man. Of course, I wanted to be a finalist or I wanted to win the whole thing, or be one of the winners. But it was pretty dope. And then I came to find out that being a semifinalist goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I got some, interest from managers and eventually it led to me landing with Jared at Epicenter. But yeah, man, I was feeling good. And then, shortly after I found out the week of Christmas, 2021, before Christmas though, that I had won Script Pipeline. Matt from Script Pipeline called me and I was like, what the hell? Oh, at first I was psyched because I didn't know what the call was, but on my phone it said Los Angeles. And anytime I get an LA call, I'm like, here it is, baby.
Yeah.
It's Spielberg. And it wasn't Spielberg, but it was Matt from Script Pipeline. He's a very cool dude. And he he told me that Bellyache won.
Yeah.
It won the drama category of first look. And I was like, holy shit. And it was so ironic because I was entering contests for 2.5 years trying to get a manager. Mm-hmm. And then I signed with Jared, I think like 3 days before I found out I won Script Pipeline.
Yeah.
So it was like when I was like, all I got to do is win a contest. And then that's all I need to do. And then I signed with a manager and 3 days later I win my first contest. When I don't really need it anymore. Yeah. And like, I kind of laughed about it with Matt and he was like, no, dude, we can still do other things to try to help you. And like, and they probably tried, but it's like a lot of times what you're doing for people who win a contest is finding them reps. Yeah. And it was like, I kind of already had that solved, but I did get $2,500 for winning that.
Awesome.
But, and like a cool, like plaque. I keep it. I have like a storage thing above me. I keep it in. Cool. That's not a diss to Script Pipeline. I don't have it on the mantle or anything. But they gave me this really cool award that's like way nicer than I would have expected. It's really dope. Yeah. And a bunch of like, a mug that says like, winner of 2021 Andy Compton with Bellyache and like just a bunch of cool shit. And so yeah, anyway, doing that all at the end of 2021, it was a great year. And
that's so cool.
Having achieved that, yeah, it was great. It felt really good. But like, I'm definitely guilty of like when the wins come, I do like, I want to celebrate them, but like, this is a thing in my own brain that I should probably keep working on is like, I'm always just like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not this. And that's what is next. And that's what I need to focus on. So for me, it was like, I definitely was happy to, do all those things at the end of that year. But it was like, all right, what's next? Because I don't have a movie that's like been released theatrically, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It was cool for sure, and I'm definitely proud of myself, for all these things that have happened so far, because it all came from hard work. It's just like for all of us, all of our wins, they come from really, really hard work and dedicated work. So I'm definitely proud of myself, but I'm always looking at that next thing that I need to do.
The Social Screenwriters Podcast. The Social